Oh hey internet, what is up? Welcome back to the Type QQ channel. Welcome back to Cuphead, as we are embarking into the casino's entrance, and I suppose the gaping maw of hellfire and brimstone as well. Yeah, looks like maybe just 2 levels, but I can't imagine. All bets are off. I can't imagine it's going to be just 2 boss fights. I'm sure it's going to be kind of a, well, looky here, you actually pulled it off. But you've made me lose my bet. And for that, you ain't seen the boss just yet. We're going to play a little game first. Down here in Uncle Creepy's Tickle Dungeon. So this is kind of an interesting setup. I'll kind of spoil the surprise now. Essentially, yeah, we have to make it across from one side of this sort of roulette wheel to the other, only being able to roll like a die 3, and each stop is a different boss. Granted, not the strongest or most complex or difficult bosses, but you do kind of just have that same sort of, you still have the same well of hit points. So it is very much an endurance run. Kind of like, or like a boss rush that you would see like in a Mega Man game just before you beat, Wily or Sigma or what have you. However, you've never seen any of these bosses before, so it's we've got some challenges ahead, I think. As you can see, we just got tripped up by that one poker chip there. I particularly love the skeletons that are just like chilling out as well. But yeah, it's going to be a little tricky to make it through this roulette wheel, unless we just come across some really great luck, that sort of thing. I mean, there are some free spaces on the wheel. There are some spots on the wheel that give us health. So I mean, it's not not a dreadful slog of death, but under each block is a different boss with a different pattern, with maybe a different strategy. So as you can see, we just rolled 2 on that last. Now we clear that area. 1 more. Now we're on that 3rd block. I mean, the scary thing is the block right before the final block sends you back to your original point. So there is a possibility of us like getting just there and then getting wiped out. But as you can see, we didn't replenish. We weren't able to replenish our health. So took 2 hits on the last boss. Took 2 hits here. So now we're sitting at 2 hit points. Against this cigar-like guy, although he's going to eat our super right here. And at first, his sort of winding fireballs were kind of a, I mean, for a lack of a better word, kind of a curveball at first. But you can kind of see that their pattern is very, what am I trying to say? The pattern is very noticeable. You can kind of see exactly how it works, and then you can kind of work around it and avoid it. So 2 bosses down. However, now stuck at 1 hit point. If we roll a 2 here, which we do, great, health up right there. You can see the health that are on the little black box above the boss space. So now we got a domino thing with some spaces here that we have to jump off. Of course, there's the wall on the left that we can't touch as well. I guess a little pause break here, as we just collect our thoughts and strategy, I suppose. But yeah, looks like we're going with homing with this one, just so we can focus on, on moving correctly, I suppose, is the main strategy. Although I don't think, as many times as we're jumping, I don't think the charge would be a bad idea either. There we go, we just lost the, oh, okay, and then we died. I was saying we just lost the health that we picked up, and then we just perished altogether. So back at the end, picked the health but only rolled 1. So you can see there's almost like they're divided in chunks, where it looks like you're at the very minimum you're facing 4 bosses anyway, taking on these 3 alcoholic drinks, as they were. And yeah, they're a mean trio. I had a lot of difficulty with these guys. You can see their attacks come from every direction. Already down to half life. Yeah. Yeah, we might as well just call that a defeat where it is, where they hit you for 5 times. No, it looks like at the very minimum you're facing 3 bosses instead of 4. But that's if you roll 3s the entire way, which I really don't see happening. So against these jerks, once again, hopefully we can get a better run of it this time. It really does not seem to be the case. A lot better when you take out the martinis like bats there. Look how damn confused the homing shot is. So good to take out the bats. Absolutely miserable to take out the bosses. I mean, there we go. But like, you know, let it be known that these. I don't know if these drinks were really defeated, as we're now looking to finish the rest of the stage with 2 health. You know, another roll of a 1 will get us a health, but there it is. There's our health up to 3. However, we're hoping now to just kind of perfect this boss and see if we can make any progress. Well, at least it's one we've seen before, so there's no new tricks. We're just hoping not to trip over a poker chip here or there. And I think that's just about it. You know, he doesn't have too many curveballs. You know, he just has, you know, it's kind of like the, what do they call it? The Yellow Demon Mega Man. You know, he has a couple attacks that are like, okay. So as long as he, you know, he might just kind of split himself up into small pieces and make it hard to jump through. Kind of like that, I suppose. But otherwise, he's going to be pretty easy. But unfortunately, we did just kind of squander that last health we got, so not the progress we're really looking for. Oh yes, needed to duck there. Wow, and a little upsetting to use our special when it looked like he only had like 1 health left. So, I mean, if we were looking to 100% clear this last stage, we're doing a splendid job, but hitting that safe spot there, a roll of a 2 will get us another health point, and that's exactly what we got, so that's good. Now, hopefully, we can beat this next boss without getting hit. Is it the dominoes again? It is not the dominoes. It's a bunny in the hat. A magical sort of rabbit. Now he has these attacks here that kind of close into your position, and then you kind of have to jump out of the, you know, from the one spot that's, you know, the one opening. Easy enough, you can just walk out of that one. Some of them are a little tricky when they're diagonal. I like that one, but yeah, we got that one though, just as fine. There we go. With the porcelain power achievement as well, which probably means killing X number of bosses with your special, I suppose. Alright, we're looks like just halfway through. Picking up another health. So that's certainly, it, you know, helps us, you know, getting through this. And here we are with another roulette wheel. Yeah, I've got something to say about her. She's probably one of the more confounding characters. She does this attack like you saw there that she just sort of bashes into you. Yeah, and it kills us. You know, immediately what comes to mind is like, oh shit, okay, well, if you have the smokescreen dash, you can just dash through her, and this is the easiest boss ever. However, there's no other boss that that screams to me, you know, equip the smokescreen boss. So here I am thinking, you know, what should I have? Should I have the like auto parry weapon, or the auto parry add-on? Should I have the 2 extra hit points, or should I have the smokescreen dash? And like ultimately, like, okay, I don't really need the parry, the auto parry that much. You know, I think I can cover it. There's not a whole lot of things to parry in this, at least what I found. You know, the magic rabbit has that one attack. We can pull that off. You know, but where this is such a, you know, an endurance run and a slog of, you know, 4+ bosses, 3+ bosses, you know, we need those 2 hit points. So I'm thinking, like, what do we do against the, you know, the roulette girl if we don't take the smoke screen? And I suppose in perfect casino form, you know, I guess we're just playing the odds and hoping we don't have to face her. You know, we can kind of skip by her space, which I think is somewhere between 7 and 9. So that's, I suppose that's, you know, we're just gonna, you know, rely on the devil's luck, as it were, that we just don't face her. And if we do face her, I suppose we can just hope that we have a special, maybe, and then just try to crush her before she deals too much damage to us. We used the homing against this character last time, and we were thinking about using the charge up, and as we first thought, you know, charge up did pretty good work against him. Roll of a 1 or, well, actually roll of a 1 will get us a heart. I was going to say in a 3 would give us a safe spot, and we rolled a 2. So here's one of the harder bosses that I've heard some people having in this level. However, I didn't really necessarily have that much difficulty once I saw everything. You know, essentially he has these presents that explode into bullets that you can parry on, but you also, the Headless Horseman rider down bottom also will shoot up. But really, that's essentially it, right? None of the riders below will do anything. And then you have, yeah, the blue Headless Rider. He'll shoot up. I mean, granted, we took a bunch of damage, but this is the first time we saw him, so, you know, I expect to kind of perfect him the next few times we see him, if not just keep it minimal. So, yeah, I was just going to say a 2 would get us more health, so we're back up to 3. Not the worst number ever. I mean, granted, it's half of what we started, but, you know. You know. Actually, no. We start with 5. So yes, it's a little over half. And here we are with this go again. Yeah, I'm not sure. You know, if there was a double jump or something. Actually, what the fuck am I smoking? We can fucking parry those poker chips in the back. Holy shit. Holy shit. We can just parry her. You know, not parry her. We can just leap the fuck over her. God, I feel like a dumbass. It only took until this very second that I noticed, like, you know, shit, if she shot anything pink, we could use that to our advantage. No, we can use the giant fucking pink poker chips in my face. My God. How foolish. Magic 8 Ball. But sitting at 1 health, so unfortunately, well, okay, there it is. 1 bullet, 1 kill. You know, at the very least, I wish we could have learned a little bit more about the Magic 8 Ball before we died, instead of being just fucking murdered immediately. So, I'll roll the 3 and a heart. Can't argue with that. Up to 6. Against the cigar guy. He didn't necessarily bring a whole lot of danger to the table. So we're going to hope to beat him with, and then move on with 6 health. That would be perfect. Now that we've seen him in... Jesus Christ, right? Jesus Christ. Fucking dub. I mean, we can kind of go, okay, great. You know, that was just our free one, you know, free hit point. But like, I think that mindset is pretty shitty. You know, you want to take advantage of every health point you can get, and not just kind of like, oh great, we got a free one, so let's throw one away. Now is that Mr. Dice or whatever his name stomping that guy? Count Dice? Certainly looks like his purple pants. And I guess we can make a comment about how we just got it back. But we could be sitting at 7 health. Mr. Bunny. Now we do have a special ready. Are we going to use it here? We are going to use it just at this very second. Probably could have waited a second longer just to see if we can kind of phase out of that last attack, although it seems like we are just bleeding hit points now. Get us out of here, Jesus. There we go, my God. Three hit points, halfway to our special. Got a safe spot there. A 3 would get us another health. However, a 1. I think this might be the Roulette girl again. Yep. And although we just spotted the casino chips there, just hanging out, being pink and floating in the air, yeah. They were hiding in plain sight during the recording, so there's that. But like I think like with other bosses and other stages that we had difficulty with, I think it's just a matter of learning everybody. You know, and although this will take longer because there's a lot of guys to kind of memorize and kind of get familiar with, I don't think it's going to be particularly hard. It's just going to be more time consuming, you know. You know, we've got this guy under wrap, even though we got hit by him again, you know. It's one of those things that nothing should really surprise us. It's just a matter of being a clumsy idiot with a controller in his hands, you know. Alright, he loaded up our special. And there he goes. He goes down. Poor guy gets that shoe quite a lot. Three would get us a heart. 1 will get us a safe spot. So we roll a 2. That's how it works. That's really how it works. Luckily it's the domino twins again, so shouldn't be too hard. We do have our special here. Maybe using it here would not be a bad idea. Just because they do spit out those pink dice upon occasion. Yeah. Looks like we're not really going to take advantage of it, however. Or after a perfect time of using it. Alright, so not really perfect, but made it through. Hit 3 hit points. A 1 will get us a heart. 3 will get us a safe spot. So of course we're going to roll a 2. Nope, okay, 3. 1 will get us a heart. But I'm not so sure I think, a 3 would work better. You know, one of those things, like, I don't know if we really want to hit up every one spot just for health. So this is an interesting boss. One rather long one. Essentially, it's a sort of memory game. As you can tell, each card has that sort of pink dot on it. So every time you get a match, you know, you get a face-off with the monkey. And it's not particularly hard. He's certainly just one of the longer bosses to fight. But it's an interesting setup all the same, where you know, now that you've shut him down, he does kind of bounce around. He can cause some damage. But now you just kind of... and they do show you where all the cards are right before you face him. So if you have, you know, the memory skill or the know-how to kind of take a look at the cards before they happen, you can get a... You can memorize a few patterns or a few pairs before you... there it is right there. Before it gets too wild and crazy. However, I wouldn't necessarily say this boss is too wild and crazy, as it is just a little on the long side, but... That's a tricky pair because it's just a reverse of another pair out there, so it's an easy card to confuse with another. But we were able to get that rather easy, rather quick. But as you can tell, for those who are watching it on a screen that you can tell, yeah, the runtime is running rather low on this video. Unfortunately, this is one of these videos where we're unable to actually kind of beat this level during it. Yeah, I just kind of thought it was kind of a good stopping point at a particular point. So unfortunately, yeah, not a lot of physical progress in this video, but a lot of mental progress as we're kind of getting familiar with the mini bosses. Last set here. All right, so now he's nothing but now he's got no protection, just the shorts he's wearing. Just the cloth on his ass. Although, world's worst dodge. And there we go. Taking him down. So we have... King Dice, Mr. Dice. So if we roll a 1, we're in a safe spot. If we roll a 2, we're screwed. If we roll a 3, we're facing him immediately. And then immediately killed. What a motherfucker, huh? But I guess that's what you get. I had no idea you were going to fight him immediately. I thought it was maybe like a loading screen to the next, you know, to his fight. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, do all that stuff. And we'll come back and play some more Cuphead in the future.